So how should you plant okra? Should you direct seed or should you start them off in seed trays? Hey guys, I'm Jeff here at Whirlwind Family Farm, Central Texas. And that's a question that I think about each year. Should I just direct seed my okra or should I start them off in seed trays? And I kind of have that thought in my head every year. And I'll show you what I do, even though this year has been a little bit of a struggle. So here in the high tunnel is where this is our propagation tunnel. So I'm just going to make my way because the ends are not open today because we've got a little bit of wind and we have a possibility of some hard rain coming. So everything is shut down and closed. But I'm going to turn the camera around and show you something that's been starting slow this year. We've had some issues and I'll tell you why. But if you look right there, those are seed trays where okra is starting. If you look closely, you can see there's some of these that have not germinated yet. So fingers crossed they will germinate. These are 50 cell seed trays. These are from Never Sink Farm. These are the wind strip trays. And we love the wind strip trays. They just do a good job of air pruning. So that's 150 that have been planted of okra right there. Here's another group right here. Again, you can see we're having about a 50% germination, maybe a little bit better. But I've been a little bit concerned, and I'll tell you here in a second. Here's another seed tray. So we're up to 250 that we have planted here in the propagation tunnel. So the first thing you think of when you don't have good germination, you think, is it, first of all, the compost that I'm using? We use a different seed company this year. We have used this seed company for other vegetables, but not for okra. So that's a concern in my mind. But I do ultimately think the issue has been we have been extremely cool. We've been extremely overcast. We have our shade cloth already on because typically this time of year we can get in the 90s. And it hasn't done that. Now I'll tell you, here in Central Texas, I don't complain when it's cloudy, it's wet, and it's overcast. Because that's a rare event. Here in Central Texas, we're usually, by the time we get to mid-April, it's hot, it's sunny, and it's not overcast. We will get thunderstorms that roll through this time of year. Some of them can be severe, but in between that, it's usually pretty hot. So back to this question, how should I be planting my okra? And as I step out of the high tunnel here, I'll tell you my thoughts. So one of the things I've always thought about is, first of all, and one of the things that's important is spacing. So how far apart should the okra be? Well, last year I went literally 12 inches apart and kind of regretted it because it was packed a little bit too tight. I had 250 plants, which is exactly what I have started right now. And I started them all off in seed trays and transplanted them out into the rows back out here in our south area. So whenever I transplanted them out, I made the decision to be about a foot apart, which was fine, but they ended up being really packed close together and it made harvesting a little bit more difficult. So this year, if we get the germination, eventually the rate I'm looking for within the next week, and they start to get about an inch or two tall, then they're going to be transplanted out just like they were last year. And this year I'm probably going to go closer to 15 to 18 inches apart. And maybe use another couple of rows further over that I had that are not being used. And so that's what we're going to do. And by the way, every year we rotate around. If okra was up here 2 years ago or a year ago, it's down there the next year. And then we move over to the south or north. We just rotate around because it keeps insects guessing, so to speak. We keep insects not actually used to being in the same spot. So that's our thinking of rotation. So back to that thought of, yes, we use seed trays. Yes, I'm going to transplant them out, but I'll tell you, they could be direct seeded. And there is a seed plate for my little earthway seeder that I use. There's a seed plate specifically. If you look on it, it says okra, and you can run the seed plate along and plant it. But my suspicion is, and I have never used direct seeding on okra, is it could end up being too close together. Because when you look at that little seed plate, the dropping radius or the close together is probably going to have me 6 to 7 inches apart, and that's too close. So that's why we start them off in seed trays, and that way I can control how far apart they're planted. Now for you in a smaller backyard garden, You certainly do not have to use seed trays like we do. You can go out and by hand, just make a dibble, drop your seeds in and direct seed. And in a small garden, I always say 10 by 10, 20 by 20, 30 by 30. That's not a big space, and it's not hard to just go in by hand, make your dibble, drop seeds in, and direct seed them right there. That's a simple thing to do. That'll save you having to use the seed tray like we do, and may save you some time. But those of you that want a little bit more control over getting that growth you're looking for, and being able to, once you get that little seedling exactly where it's ready to be transplanted, then you can control exactly how far apart they're planted. And I will say the thing about seed trays, the advantage of using a seed tray is you're getting a plant that's matured out a little bit, you actually had germination, and you have a better chance of survival. And sometimes in this spring environment where we get thunderstorms, heavy rain, things like that, because okra is definitely an outside plant, it's not something that's going to be in the high tunnels. I want to be able to have that advantage because we will get those hard pounding rains that'll come through here and things can get washed out. So that just is another advantage there. So okra in the South especially, I think you could probably raise okra anywhere in the United States. I know there's different variants of okra that's going to do better further north. I cannot think of the exact species that we use here, but I will tell you that it has been very successful. I'll look that up. I'll put it here on the screen, the species or the variants of okra that we use. But here in the Southwest, and if you go in the further southeast part of the United States, okra is one of those things that just really thrives because okra loves heat. It loves those sunshiny days, and the hotter the better. I've never had okra out here in zone 8A, which is a hardy zone that's very hot, very warm. I've never had a bad okra patch unless we had a hailstorm. And even then, I think back when we had our one really bad hailstorm out here, okra still survived because it was already up. It's a tough plant. It's almost like once it gets big, it's very fibrous, very woody, and it's a tough plant and survives a lot. So something to consider. Back to originally what I was talking about is when you make that decision, do I want to direct seed? Do I want to use a seed tray? That's your choice. And either way, whether you're doing it by hand, making a dibble, dropping seeds in, you control that distance. And like I said, last year I put mine 12 inches apart. I thought that was too close because once it started expanding and those plants got big, it all seemed a little bit too tight. And previous years I'd gone out about 18 inches, 15 to 18 inches, and I thought that was a better spacing. And that's what I'm going to do this year. So I hope that helps. We're in that season for a lot of the United States where you're going to start that planting of your okra. I will tell you, when I look back at my videos this time last year, I already had okra in the ground, but it was a different year last year. We were a lot warmer, we had a lot more sunshine, and it was just the perfect time to get okra in the ground. This year, as you have seen, it has been slow. So guys, we always appreciate when you find our channel. I hope that helps. I hope you have great success with your okra this year. And we always have another video that YouTube will suggest right over here. Check that out. Blessings over you, your family, your garden, and your okra this season. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.